What's on in Arsenal fans? Arsenal bits, and I'm going to be previewing the Arsenal-Aston Villa game tomorrow, 1:30 kickoff at the Emirates. Really, there's not really much to say about this game, other than I think it should be an Arsenal 3 points, really. I mean, we thought that at the start of last season, but Aston Villa turned and beat us 3-1, but that day was awful. The fans were booing, there was signs saying Wenger out. That was the day before, sort of the famous Mesut Ozil signing. But look at the difference between where we were then and where we are now. The club that we've got another trophy. We've beaten a big team away, and we're still in the FA Cup, we're still in the Champions League, and we're in contention for that top 4 finish, and we've got players now that we can only dream of. Last time we played Villa, so if you look at the comparison between the last game we played against Villa at the Emirates to where we are now, it's a huge difference, and I think fans should really take that in. Villa, last time we played them at home, we lost 3-1. Look at the change in the club since then, and then you'll be sort of thinking, yeah, I know that we're not challenging for the title, but if you look at the change financially and the players we're bringing in, and we've got ourselves some silverware, and the team, looks like it may be just sort of taking its shape now for the future in the next 2 or 3 years, which is so promising. But I'm going a bit off subject here. I think it should be an Arsenal win. Definitely, I think Sanchez, I think it's going to be a huge. I think it's always a huge miss to play. Miss the like of Sanchez, and at the end of the day, it's a Premier League game. It's not, going to be a walkover against like a League 1, League 2 side. It's a Premier League game against Premier League quality opposition. But I think Sanchez isn't particularly a huge loss considering it is Aston Villa and they're on a terrible run of form. They don't score goals. I think Sanchez has scored more goals than Aston Villa had this year, which goes to show that we shouldn't be too wary of Villa, but we should also have our wits about us because. And we saw what happened last time we lost 3-1. But I'm personally going for Arsenal to score at least 3. But I'm going for a 4-0 scoreline. I think we are due to beat someone by a 3 or 4 goal margin. We haven't done that in a while, especially at the Emirates. But my starting lineup I want to see is Ospina in goal with Berlin, Koscielny, Mertesacker, Monreal, Ramsey, Coquelin, Walcott, Cazorla, Ozil and Giroud. That's my starting 11. With the Cazorla and Ozil situation, it's not Ozil out left or it's not Cazorla out left. I think it should just interchange, keep on moving in sort of circles, interchange that position, and it will work fine, I think. But we should obviously not just stick Ozil out there for the full 90 minutes. As long as they change and mix it up, I'm more than happy with that. It should cause Villa some problems. Ramsey and Coquelin, our best team of fielders at the moment for what the job that needs to be done. So they're obviously going to be enough. Theo to get a start in the Premier League, which is going to be huge for him, and he got himself a goal at Brighton, a very good goal in that. Needs to sort of hit the ground running now because he's been back now a few games, and he of course has got his goal, but against Brighton he didn't really do terribly much. Not really more I can say other than Ospina has to keep his place obviously over Szczesny because he hasn't conceded a goal yet in an Arsenal shirt. Paulista, I don't think, judging by what Wenger said about learning English, that he's going to risk him in such a a Premier League game like this. He might try and bed him in a bit more, maybe call him for the last 20 and see what happens if we are safe and secure. Monreal to start as well because he's just been brilliant for us recently, and unless he chooses Gibbs, which I have no qualms about because Gibbs is also quality, but I'd start Monreal, and Berlin, of course, probably our only viable sort of right back option. But of course he's been on good form himself, so I'm going for a 4-0 Arsenal win. Let me know what you think, guys. I think it should be a good weekend for Arsenal. Arsenal bits. Cheers, guys.